In the world of One Piece, there is no shortage of powerful individuals such as Monkey D. Luffy, Roronoa Zoro, as well as 100 Beast Kaido. While most of the series' strongest heroes and villains are male, the series has plenty of powerful women too. Even though outnumbered, several females in One Piece can give their male counterparts a run for their money. On one hand, there are females whose powers are well unknown. On the other hand, some females are known to be the most powerful of all time, but their full strength remaining a mystery. Oda's writing never fails to show us how equally powerful he tries to make his characters despite their genders. Some female characters are even able to hold off some of the strongest male characters from the series. But still, many people keep a blind eye on these female characters and fail to notice how powerful they really are. In today's video, we are going over the top 10 list of strongest female characters that have appeared thus far in One Piece. So, without any further ado, let's start with our video. On the 10th number, the character is Monet, a high-positioning individual from Don Quixote Pirates. Monet is not feeble. Once in the past, an ordinary human, she went through a unique system that traded her human appendages with those of a winged creature. Therefore, she turned into a shrew and gained the ability to fly. Moreover, she is a Logia-type Delfruit client with the ability to transform into a harpy and have the ability to take off. All alone, she had the option to take on both Robin and Nami, just like she nearly slaughtered Marine Captain Tashigi. While not as reliable as any resemblance of Luffy or Zoro, she was sufficiently able to give problems to some of the strongest characters in the series and almost crippled them, and hence she takes the 10th number on this list. On the 9th number, the character is Carrot. Notwithstanding her cute appearances, Carrot isn't to be belittled. A characteristic conceived warrior with superhuman strength and speed. She is an individual from the Musketeer Squad and serves under Inuragashi, one of the two leaders of her country Zou. Like all Minks, she can produce electrical flows utilizing electro. Despite her young age, she has additionally dominated the intensity of Mink's tribe Sulong structure. In this express, her actual capacities and electro increments immensely, and she can even skim significant distance at impressive velocities. She is quick to such extent that she handled dispatched marine privateers under Big Mom's order, just like she avoided assaults from perhaps the most grounded child, Charlotte Daifuku, an important contender of being 10 strongest female characters in One Piece. On the 8th number, the character is Nami. At the beginning of the One Piece, Nami was the most vulnerable individual from her team. Probably everything she could do in battle was to hit somebody with a wooden staff. Today, on account of her insight into meteorology, Usopp's innovations and common ability as the guide, she can control the climate around her like an enchantment. She can delude her foes with dreams, make twisters, and create tempests whenever she needs. In the outcome of Whole Cake Island Curve, she picks up another worker as Zeus, an amazing homie made by Yonko Big Mom with the ability to deliver incredible lightning storms. And again, an important character to be on this list of top 10 strongest characters of One Piece. On the 7th number, the character is Black Maria. Black Maria was a member of Tobiropo and seemed like a chief overseer of many of their operations. She is shown to have a crafty mind for strategy, capable of easily capturing Sanji due to his weird nature. Playing on the people's weaknesses was the name of her game, and it's the one that she has played very well till now. Black Maria's Devil Fruit allowed her to take on the form of a spider, allowing her to catch opponents of webs of not only treachery but silk as well. She also has an illusion maze that she uses to make her subordinates look like members of Robin's past. On the 6th number, the character name is Ulti. The Tobiropo gets introduced during the Wano Country arc, and both Ulti and Page 1 shows off how strong they both really are. Ulti consistently took on multiple opponents, staving off their attacks and showing how durable she was. It took the intervention of Big Mom herself to help subdue the woman. She is more than just immensely durable. She has a power of reminiscence of Juggernaut from X-Men. She rushes toward people, landing massive headbutts on them. It was strong enough to eliminate Usopp almost immediately. With the use of her Dragon Devil Fruit, she is even able to gain enough strength to immobilize Luffy. On the 5th number, the character name is Nico Robin. When Nico Robin first debuted in the series, she easily came off as this classic strong female character. She was one of the Baroque's work's top agents and Sir Crocodile's second in command. Robin was personally in charge of taking out the Straw Hats when they first made contact with Princess Vivi and would later personally take on Crocodile in Alabasta. After joining the Straw Hats, she would continue to show off her fangs and she would take out on one of the NL's top prey, take out squads of marines and pirate forces, and even protect Rebecca from some of the Daimete's toughest hits on Dressora. Capable of summoning clones, giant version of herself, and just neck-breaking arms from anywhere, Nico Robin is one of the deadliest characters in the anime. On the 4th number, the character is Charlotte Smoothie. One of the Big Mom's 3 sweet commanders, Charlotte Smoothie is an exceptionally great privateer. She as of now has the highest available bounty on the female character, which is 932 million. She is an influential lady fit to overpowering rivals with a superhuman strength and splendid strategic brain. Her devil fruit capacities allows us to wring out the fluids of any person or thing that she contacts either with her hand or through her blade. By engrossing fluids, she additionally builds her measure and would then be able to release those fluids as single concentrated impact with her blade. She can even utilize her capacities to eliminate poison from her body. On the 3rd number, the character name is Yamato. Yamato is the daughter of Kaido. She is otherwise widely referred to as his son due to often presenting herself as a man as a result of her profound admiration for the legendary samurai Kozuki Oden and her aspirations to emulate him. Yamato possesses monstrous strength just like her father, being capable of wielding a large and heavy kanobo and using it to defeat Ulti, an ancient Zoan user and one of the Tobiropo with just one blow. And she was even able to physically match with Luffy's strength with relative ease, even when the pirate increased his strength exponentially with Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd. Yamato countered a punch from Luffy with her foot, resulting in a powerful collision that destroyed much of the surrounding walls and ceilings and blew back the beast pirates around them. On the 2nd number, the character is Boa Hancock. As the leader of Kuja pirates and only female member of 7 warlords, the pirate Empress Boa Hancock embodies the Kuja's beliefs that strength is beauty. Her overwhelming beauty also greatly enhances the effectiveness of her devil fruit powers, which allows her to turn anyone that gazes at her with lust into stone. She is even capable of turning several Pacifista cyborg to stone and defeat them with ease, a feat that pre-time skip Straw Hat barely managed to achieve against one. Furthermore, she was the first female character in the series who was confirmed to be proficient in all 3 forms of Haki. And on the 1st number, the character is Charlotte Linlin. As of course one of the Yonko, Big Mom is one of the 4 most powerful pirates in the world. As the only female member, this effectively makes Big Mom the single most powerful female pirate in the world. Gorosei has stated that she is one of the few people capable of stopping Blackbeard. Big Mom has acquired the power of Soru Soru no Mi after the death of his previous owner Caramel, a Paramecia type devil fruit that allows her to manifest the soul of whoever she touches into an eternal substance. She can grab hold of this substance and extract it from the victim, taking away their lifespan by an amount of her choices and absorbing into herself. With her devil fruit powers, Big Mom used fragments of her own soul to create 3 special homies that are far more powerful than one created with other people's soul. First one is Zeus, a thundercloud that she summoned with her left hand, Prometheus, a sun that she summoned with her right hand, and a Napoleon, a bicron that she wears on her head. And because of these 3 homies beside the physical powers of Big Mom, it makes her much more terrifying in power. And I think that's for today's video, guys. That was the video about top 10 strongest female characters in One Piece. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news, theories, and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. And that's for today's video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.